As you may have seen in the recent package review, I just got a lot of Transformers. So, let's go over all of them and review them individually. I guess we'll work our way up in size. First off, BotBot's Frizzle Frizz, something like that? I don't know. I haven't watched the BotBots show and I really couldn't care less. Honestly, this guy and all the other BotBots in this episode were just thrown in for free. I'm really sorry about the echo that I've just noticed. Hang on, I need to get the other one. One of them Abominus is eating currently. So, according to TF Wiki, this guy is a hairdryer. Sure. So yeah, robot mode kind of gives me a Mr. Freeze vibe, honestly, like with the face. Kind of like the plug tail, kind of like a ejector look. But yeah, the transformation is very simple. Being a BotBots toy, simply fold the arms in, and then push them up. Fold his legs forward. Blow dryer? I mean, sure. From certain angles, blow dryer. From others, not a blow dryer. Like, oh boy, it's the weakest of all the figures I got out of this pack. So, sure, Frizzle Fritz. I'm not sure if that's his name. That's just what I'm gonna call him. Next up, another BotBot, Brotato. He's French fries, but he's not the original French fries. He's a different French fries. He's got a really cool looking face, honestly. Kind of reminds me of something, I don't know. I like the visor look. I like it when Transformers have a visor. Now, for articulation, arms do this, legs do this. I forgot to mention this guy's articulation. 1 second. This guy's tail moves on a swivel. His arms can sort of move around on what I think might be a ball joint. Something along those lines. And then legs move like a Lego Friends character. Bringing back Brotato. Obviously, really nice, honestly. Transformation. You're going to bring this whole back part up. Flip this down. Or no, don't flip it down yet. Compact all that. Bring this down so that it goes into that notch. Flip the legs up and push the arms in. And French fries. Now I'm going to go put this back in Abominus's hand. Next up is the third of our BotBots, Prince Perfumie, or whatever he was called. Now, Perfume Bottle looks pretty nice, and to transform it is pretty easy. You just open it, and there you have Prince Perfumia, or Perfumio, or whatever his name is. In robot mode, you can see arms, very nutcrackery color sculpt here, or color palette. The head can move like so, with his eye in the middle there. And the arms, if you can call them that, are on ball joints. So you can do that. He kind of has a, if you want that to be a butterfly joint, he can, yeah, he's got a butterfly joint. But yeah, he's just a chubby little guy. I like him. Next, last of the BotBots is, I forgot to oh no, never mind, I did. Next of the BotBots here is Happy Slappy, or I think that's his name. Articulation, arms are pretty stiff. They go forward like that far, yeah. These arms are okay. That's the only part of him that really moves, other than the cape or coattails or whatever these are supposed to be. Jetpack, they move too. Now to transform him, you just straighten his arms. Bring all this back, just kind of put it into place until he becomes what TF Wiki calls a ruler. Sure, that's a ruler, alright. That's a ruler if I've ever seen one. Next up, we got something that I actually am very glad to have. It is a very welcome addition to the collection. Armada Waterlog. This is my first Armada minicon, and I'm very happy to have him. So now if I were to get like Armada Cyclonus or Demolisher, Hot Shot, I can use this guy to activate some of the Minicon gimmicks. So that is really cool. But yeah. Oh, I just transformed him without giving the actual instructions. I'm sorry, I've just been messing around with this guy for a while now. He's very fun. So, for articulation, the arms can do 360. They can go up and down on that hinge, which sort of acts as how you would expect. Like, instead of the actual shoulder joint, head can rotate only. You can do up and down movement there if you want it. Sort of a butterfly joint, if you want to call it that. Legs, oh, that's on a friction hinge. The legs go forward that far, back that far. They don't go out, and he can do a full knee bend due to transformation. Now for transformation, as I mentioned, you will flip the toes around, bend that friction hinge again. Bend the knees all the way. Bring the arms back and up to cover up the head and fold it down. And there you have a very nice looking boat mode. He also came with this thing, which plugs into his arm. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Next, this is the only broken figure out of this whole thing, as far as I know. This is Cybertron Monocle, another Minicon, and he's pretty cool. He's got the... He's pretty cool, except he's missing his head. But I'm just going to pretend he's a drone and this is his face. But his legs go back that far, downward toe joint, forward, not very much, but enough. His arm rotates that much on that side, that much on this side, and this rotates. You can also use this as a backwards butterfly joint, if need be. To transform him, you simply flip his toes down, put his legs all the way, flip his toes down, bring his arms forward, bring them both back. There you go. Now, fold all this down, and there you have thing mode. He certainly is a thing. I think he can be like both. He can either be a mining vehicle if you hold him this way, or he can be whatever this is. Fun things. Next up we have RIDO1 Ultra Magnus, I think. He's a small, fun figure. I'm not sure exactly what line he is, but he's a little thing. He's cute. Did I say how to... Yeah, I said how to transform both of them. Okay. Now, for his articulation, his arms can rotate. They can go in if you want them to, due to sliders. His head rotates only. Legs can only go outward and up if you need them to. The knees can wobble a bit. Now for transformation, you will peg the legs together, push the arms in, bring these back, bring the truck cab down, and bring these back even further, then simply collapse him. There you have our RIDO1 Magnus in his cool looking truck mode. I love the color scheme on this guy. I really do. Next up, okay, let's be real for a second. I am going to talk about this figure in the context of him being a figure and his overall character. I am not going to address anything about the unfortunate stereotypes given to him. I'm simply going to discuss the toy. Legends Mudflap. Okay, so face sculpt is ugly as he is in the movie. The articulation is not the best. He's got a swivel there. He's got his big hand made out of the whole roof of the car, which is really clever engineering, and I like that. I like this toy overall, honestly. Nothing to do with the actual character, just like this toy. Rotation there. Elbow, kind of like a gorilla arm. This is on a swivel here, like I said, so it doesn't go forward at all. This rotates here. This has a pretty decent elbow bend for what it is. Then his head goes down, as you've been seeing, because it's very loose. His legs could go back that far, forward that far. Now to transform him, you peg these legs together. Then you bring this all the way up. Try and line it up as best you can. Do the same on the other side. Then you're going to bring the head down as you go and tap these two together. Then bring the whole lower body down and form a very cool looking alt mode. Like I said, like this figure, and it has nothing to do with the character. Next up, 3 figures at once, because these are my first ever G1 toys. These are the G1 Microm Masters Wild Road Wheeler. I don't remember his name already. It's like a High Wheeler or something. Then we have Tailspin and Stakeout. Stakeout is my favorite of these 3 just because of how he looks. So for Wild Wheeler, I don't know his name. No, we're going to, or his articulation, 360 there on both arms. Nothing at the head, nothing at the waist, barely anything at the legs. He's a G1 toy. His knees can bend like that, and his legs are at a weird angle here. So basically, we're going to bring the hood down and fold this up, and there you have Wild Wheeler in his vehicle. Put this over here. Then we have Tailspin. This guy's really cool. He kind of reminds me of Mirage with the blue race car look. So arms can move forward and back that far. He's got some nice detailing on the inside of his arms. Wild Wheeler had that same thing, but I didn't mention it. He has the same knee bend and pretty much the same transformation. Just bring the arms back. Basically, you're going to take these pegs here that you can see this is bumping into and just put them over it. Then you're going to bring all this back and fold that down. There you have Tailspin in his race car mode. Very cool. It reminds me of Mirage. Then my favorite of all of them, Stakeout. He looks like a G1 toy, and he reminds me that these guys are G1, and I now have G1 toys, and that makes me really happy. So to transform him, well, he has the same articulation as the others, except no back movement. Going to straighten his arms completely out. You're going to bend the knees, same way you did with the other ones, and pretty much the same transformation. These guys are really cool, and I'm very happy to have them here. Next up, Dark of the Moon Legends Crankcase. This guy's super cool. I love the engineering in his legs. You can't really see him because of all the black, but I love the engineering in his legs. I love the paint detailing on the molding on the inside of his arms. And overall very cool. Arms do 360 out that far and a little bit. Backwards butterfly joint, forwards butterfly joint even. Legs can move forward this far, back not very far. Knees are not the most reliable. They can go forward that far, back that far. And then the heels do that. Now to transform him, you're going to peg everything together. I can't do this guy's transformation. I'm running out of time. Sorry. And of course, he turns into the same police SUV as all the other Dreads, and it is still really cool looking. Next up is lastly, RID X-Brawn. What is going on with this guy's arm? I think that's supposed to be his main arm, but it's kind of confusing. We're going to go into transformation now. Boom. Boom, boom. Oh my gosh, transform. Boom. That's his